It's clobberin' time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Clobberin' time! Clobber on 'em all! It's clobberin' time! Clobber on 'em all!
Greetings. Greetings to my friends, clobberers, clobberanimos, clobberettes, clobberooskies, clobberoids, clobberonians, clobberians, and every other kind of clobber there is out there. And the secret to everyone else is to bang the rocks together, guys. Welcome to Clobberin' Times on a Monday night, a Mark C. Monday night double feature, which I screwed up accidentally. This is something as bad as I am. This has never even happened to me, where I just accidentally was when I was programming very late. I programmed very late. Accidentally hit the. I don't know how I did this. Well, I do know how because I'm an imbecile. I hit the unlisted button by accident. If not for the great J-Man here, the superhero of all superheroes, pointing it out to me, or at least suggesting when we were trying to figure out what was wrong. I would still probably not know what it was. Or anyway, so J-Man saved the day. And I apologize to everyone for getting a bad start. I guess we're not going to have a lot of pals hang here with us tonight. But thank you, Chris Persia, for putting that back out there, man, because I'm sorry that happened, everybody. Just the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, what's up, buddy? Welcome, J-Man.
Thank you. Yes, I usually like to go vote on the polls and like share it out, share the link. And I thought, where's the link? It's like it's not here. I was like, something's going on. And I know that we usually, like right now, it says we have about 9 or 10 wait. And I'm like, yeah, normally, a minute or two before we start, we've already got we got Phantom, we got Brian, we got Chris, our kind of the regulars are all there. I'm like, where are these people? I thought maybe they've had it with Earth B. They're done with it. They don't care anymore.
They don't like Earth B
It's too
anymore.
great.
Yeah, man. Sucks. This is a boo-boo, And the thing is, now, of course, I'll be looking for that one now. But it's weird because I would have thought that would have happened to me a lot more. It just never did. But I do remember when I was programming it today, accidentally clicking on that one that says whether it says public or whatever,
Right.
And accidentally, and I guess I didn't hit it back, click it back right. So
StreamYard is weird sometimes too. Like the other day when we were doing one of our Legion streams, could not be reached for further comment, messaged me privately later, and he said, there's 5,000 thumbs ups for that stream. Whoa. And I thought, okay. And he sent me a screenshot, and then I went to it. I'm like, no, there's 25 or whatever it was, right? And I was like, I'm like, how did I get 5? And he's like, I don't know. And then it was just gone. It's so messed up. Like,
Yeah.
So and he says, he's like, I'll send you a screenshot. And it was 5.3 thousand thumbs ups. And I thought, wow, that's a lot of, that's pretty good. Cause usually we get maybe 20 thumbs ups. I'm like, wow, the Legion has expanded.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Anyway, good to see you out there, everyone. Good to have you pop in. We'll get along. We're going to make it happen here on our wonderful trip, our monthly trip to Earth B. And we're going to just, we'll persevere. It would have been nice if that hadn't happened. Maybe, but it doesn't matter because some great guys are here already tonight. And do a little show note and then shout outs and we'll get a move on. Show notes are easy as follows. Tonight, I'll be here for the second part of this extraordinary double feature. And that will be to, what in the hell? What are you doing? I don't know. Some type of StreamYard. Oh, you suck. They don't want you to have so many pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, tonight, later, of course, in accordance with it being Jack Kirby month, the King of Comics month, on here, Clobber Times. I will do some Kirby clobbering tonight later on the regular hour show to 9 p.m. Central. And I will a surprise review, Kirby comic review and some more basic open Jack Kirby talk, because why not? We'll just talk to you. I'll sit here and talk to you a little bit about the King. And then what else? Oh, well, what else is the rest of the week? I'll just be doing some Kirby talking Wednesday night. We're not sure exactly what yet. The Clubhouse is here Thursday night. The Saturday night Star Trek, which we had a great time last week on Saturday night Star Trek. Everyone, thank you so much for that. And then, Tuesdays and Thursday nights over with the great Tom Connors and the Extraordinary Midnight Says After Dark. I hang out with that great group. And then Loki and I and the gang for the Comic Book Roundtable on Wednesday night, 7 Central, and 8:30. 8:30. I am, of course. Friday. Wait a minute. 8:30. Of course, I'll be hanging with Nick and the gang. We'll be reviewing the Star Wars adaptation to comic Heir to the Empire with the boys there. But before that, that is this Friday night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, this Friday night, hanging with the great J-Man on his channel. And tell us a little bit about what we're doing there. I don't have a picture, but well, we're doing the Fourth World Jack Kirby, just Jack Kirby's Fourth World, not like Burn or any of the other kind of things. So we're going to go through them all. It won't be as crazy as Legion. Legion is going to be a long haul. Fourth World, if we're just doing Jack Kirby only, it should probably be maybe like a couple of months worth, or we'll start with 3 Jimmy Olsens. So the first 3 Jimmy Olsen's that Kirby did that kind of started the whole thing off. So that's that'll be the first stream. So 133, 134, 135 are the issue numbers, and then we'll just go from there. So it'll be Friday Fourth World, or Fourth World Friday for now. Then I'll go back to Free for All Fridays, but for the next little while it'll be Fourth World Fridays, because Jack is the king, and I've never really done anything proper for Jack Kirby, and he is my favorite creator, not just like artist wise, like I'm just talking in creator person. So I thought, let's do it. And I never really read the Fourth World, so this is my first time reading it. And I thought, you know what, I just bought the omnibus. I just got the I also bought the superpowers stuff, which is not related, but I got the omnibus, so I was like, let's do it. This is the time, why not?
Absolutely. I can't wait, man. Looking forward to it, because it's been forever since I just gone back and reread those Jimmy Olsens and the other books. So I'm looking forward to it big time. But speaking of reviewing, it's time to start out with our Wacky World of Bob Haney presentation. Folks, for those who don't know, for about, this is number 8, I think, 8 or 9. So about 8-9 months or whatever, the great J-Man and I here, I'm no comic book historian. I don't qualify in any way, shape, matter, or form, but I've always studied and loved comic book history. There are many aspects to it, and I've always been fascinated by a certain writer that many comic historians will tell you that fascinated them as well as kids and later in life. A gentleman by the name of Bob Haney, who wrote comics 50s, but mostly primarily in the 60s and the 70s and a little 80s, but then he moved on to animation in the 80s and whatnot. But there was a book called The Crisis on Infinite Earths Index, which is a little book that a company called IGC or whatever, trying to cash in on the fame of Crisis on Infinite Earths in the late 80s, put out, and it was one of the ancillary crisis indexes that was dealing with other Earths, including a chapter in there. There was an entry in there called Earth B, and I was like, Earth B. And I had a buddy of mine. We used to talk about comics all the time. We used to make jokes about Bob Haney all the time. He said, "Yeah, Mr. Continuity," or John. They called Bob Haney. They jokingly around the DC offices called him Mr. Continuity. And because he just had no regard for any, I mean, hell, continuity, he didn't even understand continuity from panel to panel.
Right.
He contradicted himself. I mean, that guy must have been really tough for him to walk from the kitchen to the living room. So, but he was also kind of a Renaissance man, they say, in real life, kind of a Hemingway type figure for comics, or he was bigger than life kind of guy. But anyway, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they used to say. But Bob Haney had pretty good sales for a good number of years for his comics, because he used to do some crazy things with the character, really out of character things, especially with Batman, but others too. They would always upset editors from other that used the character in another way, in other comic books. But he didn't care, and DC didn't care because he made money. And the one he did it the most in, but not certainly the only, was a book called The Brave and the Bold, which he really revolutionized it. He's the first one that came up with the superhero team up. We've done 8 of these now, I believe. And since it's Kirby month, I wanted to do an issue that had a Kirby fourth world character in it, which is Mr. Miracle. So without further ado, we will get started with our review of Brave and the Bold, number
112.
112. Yes, 112.
This is the most confusing comic ever for me. I ever not of Bob Haney. Like I was reading this and I'm like, and I started to look. I'm like, I wish they'd translate this into English. It's like, wait a minute, this is English. What is happening? This is the most difficult one, and I'm not saying it because we're just doing it now. This is the most difficult one of ever. I don't know what the hell. We need the chat's help on this big time, to try to help us piece this together, because I'm confused. And normally people ask me, when you watch one of those Inception, and everyone's like, I don't know what the hell happened, and then they ask you. I'm the guy they ask. So if I'm confused, we're in big trouble.
By the way, I did forget to do our shout outs. We'll do that real quickly.
Oh, for sure.
Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. Chris Persia, the Vindicated Wrencher, the Great White North. D. Bud Martin. I'm Wrench of Iron, Lord Thoth and Lady Thoth. Avon lives long, live with the Legion. The aforementioned Great Wrench Without Fear, J-Man. Hungry Boy, Master of the Claboni. Steve Callell, Super Wrench. Maddie's Daddy, Real Rich Mjolnir, that rascally wrencher, Phantom Outsidey, and our own music master, Max Redstone. And let's see who else is here with us tonight to shout you all out before we get started, because we really appreciate you being here, especially under the terrible circumstances I created by messing things up. So, Brian Hepburn, good to see you there, buddy. Baba Doom 1. Good to see you, my friend. Claude Salling, hey there. Always good to see you. FKHC 2005. What's up, man? Jeremiah Hembry, hello there. Let's see. Dave Rayborn, what's up, cuz? Good to see you, cousin. Simply Steve. Hey, brother. Avon lives, long live the Legion, Lord Thoth. And so there we go. Just want to catch that up. So you were saying that this comic is pretty crazy.
Yes, and there is. I just want to remind everybody there is a poll. We're at 19 votes right now. So this is for what character you want to see for the next team up. Well, right now Wonder Woman's winning by 37%, just edging
Nice.
out.
Help me remember that before we'll close it up when we get done.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so yeah, confusing. Yes.
All right. So here we go. This is Brave and the Bold 112. With of course, this was back when they were doing these 100-page. They were combining. DC was wanting to have, there were 60 cents comics with 100 pagers, but of course, one news story and a bunch of reprints. They thought they could start milking those reprint books, which is what they were doing at the time.
Right.
No, 4 trade paperbacks, folks. You want to read an old comic like that without paying for the back issue. That's just how you got a chance upon it. This particular story is, of course, written by, the reason we're here, folks, Mr. Earthby himself, the great Bob Haney. The visual chores, of course, the great Jim Aparo on the pencils, the inking, and the lettering, all edited by E. Nelson Bridwell and Murray Boltonoff. And what makes me chuckle about that is Murray, they've been around, he doesn't care about the that kind of stuff, but E. Nelson Bridwell was he was a DC Comics lore encyclopedia. Knew it all. And for having him to work with Bob Haney, well, good luck with that. So, all right. Are we ready to rumble? Yeah, here we go. All right, hey, Bush Pan Down, good to see you. When I'm trying to choose a Bob Haney comic book to do for J-Man and I to do, everyone, I have certain prerequisites. And sometimes the biggest one, though, it has to be crazy. I have to see something that sticks out very early on. Hey, Andy Masterson, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a good trip out there. I have to see something that makes me go, yep, that's nuts. We got to do this. It needs to catch me in the first couple of pages. Well, folks, it doesn't get much quicker than this. Opening up, and I'm not talking about to win a $500 scholarship to Revell Future Stakes. It's a model kit place, but you can win a scholarship or whatever. And we're not talking about the contents pages either. And I say, latest edition of the Brave and Bold file. Subjects, the Batman. Secret identity, Bruce Wayne. Wealthy playboy, because we didn't know any of this.
Nope.
Comments, the Batman is considered by many to be the world's greatest escape artist. Mr. Miracle, super escape artist, real name, Scott Free. Comments, this adventure took place shortly before Mr. Miracle's recent marriage to Barda, after which they left Earth for his home world on New Genesis. So from get-go, you got a shootout, and Gordon and his boys are pinned down or being shot at, right? And there's Batman, he's there with him. Now this next page, this is how long it took me to get to know this was going to, because remember, this week I wanted it to be a Kirby character because, Kirby month, right? Or this month, I wanted it to be a Kirby character because there are plenty of crazy comics by Mr. Bonkers. Hey there, Dad Man. What's up, buddy? So I'm thinking to myself, they need to sell me early because I don't know which one. There were a few other Mr. Miracle issues, right? There were other Kirby characters, not many, but a few others. So how are you going to get me? The Impossible Escape, not the title, not even the very busy splash page where Gordon's about to be shot at. Batman's got a gun. I'm in. Now, I don't care that it's a gas gun using tear gas. Yep. He's got bat pellets for that.
Yep.
But Bob Haney doesn't give a shit about that. Batman has gadgets for gas pellets.
Right.
Raiders from nowhere. The Raiders from nowhere. So the charging automaton slams into an invisible wall of bullets, staggers, topples. Good God, what kind of men are these? It took a hail of slugs to stop them. The others made it inside. I'll flush them out with tear gas. Now, again, Batman's resourceful and all that stuff. He doesn't need to use a cop's tear gas gun.
Right.
Oh, Doc Fortune. Hey there. And Picasso. Hello there. Thank you, Doc Fortune. I appreciate the super chat. You're too kind, buddy. He says, Clobby, I got stuck working on an extra shift for someone, and you are saving this awful night for me. Oh, well, you're too kind, my friend. I was so pissed off until I saw your show was on. Thank you. If you didn't catch the explanation at the outset, it originally didn't go into the like into the rotation because I accidentally made it unlisted like a dummy. But Doc Fortune, thank you so much for that. It's good to see you too, Picasso. So he just uses a cop gun. It just looks just looks dumb.
Yeah, I mean, this is an action pose. This looks like it's like a John Woo flick or something. I'm like, what's going on here? Batman's he should have had 2 guns and jumping around like the John Woo style.
See, and there's some old comics in the Golden Age where he used a gun, but that looks so out of place right there.
No, that's completely wrong. Yeah.
So anyway, they end up going inside of the place after they blow it apart.
Plus, didn't they kill all these guys? Like,
yep.
I mean, okay. Like, so Batman assisted in the murders.
Yep.
Because he's gassing them while they're shooting. I mean.
Yes. Yes.
This is page 1. This is the first page.
1, dude. It's all right.
All right.
For those who haven't read a Batman Bob Haney comic, that's one of the cornerstones of a Bob Haney Batman story, or any story really, but that he does, is he never really acts like Batman. He's never as good at the things Batman's good at, and he can be a real weirdo sometimes.
Well,
as far as what Batman is,
basically 50% of the ones we've reviewed, Batman is either killed or injured or crippled in the first page or two. So it's always it's like he's in a wheelchair. Oh, he's been shot. He literally
he's dying. In one of them, he dies. He's died in 2 of them. One like dying over the course of a week. Another one should have been dead, and then the atom controls him. That was.
I mean, it's like, okay.
So, and he doesn't have quippy humor like he's talking about this Grand Chamberlain in ancient Egypt, whose personal symbol was the bat, the original Batman. Batman said,
yeah, hey, he's Canadian. Nice.
Hey, so here we go. We got yes. All right. So anything that stands out to you, by the way, please mention. But again, always to stand out to you is the great Jim Paparo artwork.
Yes. Yeah, so this I don't even understand. Okay, like it lost me right away. Like, okay, he's shooting the gun, and they take these guys down. I guess they're trying to steal this Egyptian stuff. You're
right.
Like, okay, fine. They're trying to steal it. Okay, fine.
Yes. So it's good.
Yeah, no, and then okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so this guy's like, oh, they're trying to find the secrets of immortality. I'm like,
right.
Okay, that you can be immortal like at this museum. I don't.
Yeah, it was basically, again, he doesn't really like messing around with traditional villains. He's always got these weird. I mean, this one is almost not really a traditional villain, but he's always got these weird characters that no one really gives a shit about.
Yeah, and dude, and then this bat motif. It's like, oh, there's a bat, but like, don't they like cats? Or it wasn't Egypt like a big cat thing like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, where does this bat come from? It's like, okay, and this guy's like Farouche, a forger.
Farouche.
You're like, okay. Now these 2 guys are angry at each other. Everyone is cool that these guys are dead. There's like dead bodies laying around here, but they're having this argument about this.
Right, the mortality thing.
This mortality stuff, like,
right.
Okay.
So, would you bet your brave and bold lives on this one shortly? High in the Alps, a fantastic structure perched where eagles flirt with the sun. Come on, cut it out, Bob. Don't embarrass yourself, Bobo. I don't know, man.
And who is this person?
Shit, if I know, he's just some dude. I mean, we never know anybody he creates.
Yeah, so it's like this guy's like, okay, so meanwhile at the, whatever.
Yeah.
There's this guy on this table. They're like, oh, we almost made him immortal, but we didn't.
Right, so
Okay.
he's in the Alps. The Lord Alps those that Alps themselves.
This
So
is Piz Gloria from On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I don't know who any of these people are. Operation Hotep.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep.
So yeah, Bubba Hotep. So anyway, we cut to Mr. Miracle.
Yes, on the
It
Eiffel
is
Tower.
a few days later and in Paris, France. Good. I'm glad it wasn't Paris, Texas.
Right.
A lone man enchained. Oh, sure is one, by the way. Enchained 984 feet above the city of light. Waits like a living sacrifice to the weather gods as summer storm builds and flashes across the sky. He's Mr. Miracle. He does that sort of thing, right?
Yep.
Well, anyway, so they're all waiting down anxiously below. There's Big Barda saying, please call me. I love Big Barda.
And this guy's line is so awful. He's like, he goes, you're an eye full yourself or something. He goes, you're another Eiffel Tower. He's talking about Barda. Like, dear. Yeah. Who are you picking up with that lingo, buddy? That's look at the guy. He's like a shyster. It's like, babe, you're an Eiffel Tower yourself, eh?
If this were modern day, she'd have beat the crap out of him. She doesn't.
Yeah, really.
This is early Big Barda. She doesn't even understand that she's being, messed with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'd smash his head in.
Yeah, because even Wonder Woman at the time would just slat him aside.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh Hammond. Hey there. First time. Oh, well, first time here, but welcome for the first time. It's great to see you. Great to see you. So, it's the usual, Mr. Miracle doing one of his stunts, which is cool because he is the world's greatest. I mean, he's the universe's greatest escape artist.
Yeah.
And now comes Laura Croft.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So again, here we go. What the hell? It's like, hey, I'm Dr. Ingrid Borg or whatever. Okay. Yeah. It's like, I'm here to assimilate you. Wait a minute. What? No. Resistance is futile.
Except she is a low, cute ass.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. She's here to get Mr. Miracle's help. Now, should he not like tell Barda, hey, I'm going on this side mission while you're standing down there waiting for me? Like, this is like,
yeah. Well, remember it said it takes place shortly before Mr. Miracle's recent marriage to Barda.
Okay.
After which they left there. Yes, so it was right before they got married.
Right.
In the Mr. Miracle title of the time. But yeah, he
should still say something.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Because look, they're like, oh my God, he's been electrocuted. It's like, no, he's escaped. It's like, okay. But then he's like, okay, he lands. And then this woman's right there to collect him. This Ingrid, what's her name?
Yeah. Laura Croft.
Laura Croft, yeah.
Basically. Mr. Miracle. I don't know how she talks because I don't want to say it. I don't think. Mr. Miracle, I dare you to attempt the greatest escape of all time from my bedroom. A mysterious challenge for Mr. Miracle, and hey, she's a hot blonde. You would have taken it too.
Yeah.
And a few days later, at her bedroom, in Cairo, Egypt, a familiar figure strides towards rendezvous, an unearthly scream in the night, and the place to choke off part one. But the mystery multiplies in part two. The immortal trap.
Same page, which is the next page.
So Batman is just. This is again like this. What, a couple days later?
Right. So these guys are dead.
Yeah, Batman stumbles upon a crime scene.
So that's Farouche, who is accusing that guy of being a smuggler or whatever, or a thief.
Right.
And then Saeed. It's like, Saeed, save your strength, Batman. Whoever sent Ali Farouche on his final journey is already gone in the labyrinth of the bazaar. So I've completely lost. So this is now in Egypt now. I don't know. I got a sense of I couldn't tell where we were. Like the first place was just a museum, right? So they were looking for some sort of artifacts.
Yeah.
And then they followed. So the villains followed Farouche, thinking, oh, he knows where it is, and then they killed him here. And now they're somewhere lost in this like labyrinth, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tom Barolio. Tom Robbers and Organized Crowd. Okay, whatever.
I always think whenever I see Tomb, I always think of Tom B, which is what there was an Elvira episode where she hosted the things, and she's hosting a movie called she's like this movie's called Tom B of the Living Dead, and she's like, there's no one named Tom in it, and then she's like, oh wait a minute, it's Tomb of the Living Dead.
Yeah,
she kept calling it Tom B.
This dude's trying to warn Batman. No, I'm at a dead end. Batman says, I'm at a dead end unless I go looking for the tunes myself. Don't be a fool. You face ghouls and murderers. Alone, you will end up food for the desert vultures. Maybe. Or maybe old Hotep's guardian bat will protect me. We're birds of the feather, after all. So, you're not birds. So long, Syed.
Why would that protect him? I don't know. And then this guy's a red shirt big time. Like they're in the sand here. And then I'm like, I started playing the Lawrence of Arabia music in my head. And it's like, okay, now we're in the desert. Like, doesn't Batman, isn't Batman really hot? And like, shouldn't he have like,
well, you'd think that, but he has special, there's a special thing on Batman's costume that reflects heat that Batman puts on there.
He's got AC.
Maybe. Yeah, he has an air conditioned costume. A lot of people don't know that about Batman. Like especially we're wearing our special super thermal B-long underwear. So they ride along in the desert because someone, thought that would really be cool. Have them in the desert with the horse with the and riding camels. Batman's running a camel race, I guess. For some reason.
There's no reasoning as to why. This is just things happening. It's like, oh, we're in the desert. Why are you there? Like what did you think? Like what led you to anything? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is why I was saying it was so confusing. Nothing is like Bob Haney usually writes stuff where it's like, okay, this continues to this. And you're like, well, that's really dumb. But they explain to you how they got there, even if it's a dumb explanation, which it always is. This is just like, oh, we're in the desert now.
He's just there. Yeah, I don't know why he's there. They don't tell you.
Like, why did you go to the desert? Like, are you following the tracks of somebody or what? It's like, no, we're in the desert. Oh no, my guide is getting destroyed by sand. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's true, Josh. He's wearing the gray and blue, which I love. So, yep. But he's just like you said, exactly right. This story never tells you. It says where he is, I guess, and has him thinking about things, but it never shows you the decision process going into why he's going there or anything, or tell you, why am I going here? The river cliffs, we must reach them.
Right. And like the Plastic Man one where it was, remember Plastic Man got knocked out and then he left a trail. So it's like, you're like, okay, Batman's like, oh, Plastic Man was kidnapped. Oh, here's the trail he left. Like, it's stupid because Plastic Man can't get knocked out by a gun handle, but
right.
But okay, so if we pretend that he can, then at least we're like, okay, I get it. He left a trail. Like, so it's like he's following the trail. This is just like, I'm in Cairo or I'm in this museum. Now I'm here. It's like, are you following a murder? Like, are you solving a case? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's like, okay, so Farouche was killed after. It's like, you killed the guys breaking into the tomb. Well,
apparently, I'll just say that at this point, Bob Haney probably watched Lawrence of Arabia recently and just wanted to put it in a Batman comic. So they got the big sandstorm and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then let me go back a little bit. Do we even see? Okay, he takes off. Again, this thing is so choppy. Yeah. Right here is when Miracle meets all except myself, Dr. Ingrid de Bourg. But before you, before an adoring public diverts you, Mr. Miracle. I dare you to attempt to raise him. Yeah, that's blah, blah. Okay, whatever. So she just meets up and goes, grabs him. Doesn't show why he's doing it, why he agrees to it. What about Oberon and Barda? Nothing. It just, yeah, she said, I'll go with her. Now, I expected this scene to be a little less long and someone to explain what's, what are we going to get at or when are we going to know why everybody's involved in this? When are we going to find out?
Yeah, and this page is pointless. Like this entire Lawrence of Arabia tribute you could just eliminate this and it would make no difference.
Yes. It's just filler.
This is like, oh, okay. And then it goes back to Mr. Miracle and the Board Queen.
Well, you notice he's riding through the desert, and then all of a sudden somebody jumps on him with a sword, with a dagger.
Yeah. So was that his friend? Like, was that the guide? Because they're wearing the same colored robes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is it? Like,
him, but I don't know. They don't tell you really.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying.
The river cliff. We must reach him, as this guy's saying. The next thing you know, Batman is.
Okay, so we got a sandstorm.
I don't know what it is. Wasn't until we get. Huh?
Yeah, it's like a smaller drama. This guy's attacking him with a knife. Okay.
Yeah. All of a sudden, these panels aren't related to the ones before it or the one after it.
Yeah.
Jim. I mean, Bob just said, just draw him. We'll account for him. You didn't, though. Oops. So, that was just some weird writing.
Yeah, like, okay, so they're right. He looks like he's riding with that guy. We must reach the cliffs. Okay. And then all of a sudden the storm starts, and then all of a sudden this guy attacks them. So, I mean, why are you, if you don't want Batman to go where you're going, why are you guiding him? Like, or were you trying to kill him? Like, did you really think that you were going to kill Batman?
This makes no sense. So anyway, he's all of a sudden, next shot, he's flying a helicopter with this lady.
So this is Mr. Miracle now. She's got a helicopter.
I might be coming on this. Well, was it? I must be coming on this weirdo's mission because a gorgeous girl challenged my ego. What do you want to fly?
Yeah, it's like, okay. I don't understand what this means.
I don't either.
How can she be? Yeah, like how can she be so cool when we're being tossed like a leaf? I don't like because they're in the storm, so she's really cool about it. Like, well, I don't know.
I remember her. Of course, she was I remember her, but she looks like the chick that was in that last. Well, all of his look the same. Never mind.
Yeah. Or that missing girl, that girl that was missing, and then they found her and she was brainwashed or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's what.
And then there's a twin. Remember, there's the twin, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to jail instead of you," or whatever. You're like, "What the hell?" And Batman wanted her to go to jail, and it's like, "Oh, just go to jail anyway."
You so got weird. Me. Same way they crash, but of course he's got his miracle. This thing.
Yep.
Neatly done, Mr. Miracle. You may land now. That character is. Oh my god! I crashed.
So Batman killed this guy, or the guy died in the tumble. He tumbled. What does it say? He tumbled over during the fight. Was he one of them, the ones after Atun's tomb, or just a desert brigand? It's like, well, I don't know. He was guiding you. Like, did you do you check out the backgrounds of these guys that you get? Like, anyway.
So yeah, it's really weird, really confusing. But don't worry. I'm being hurled. Ratman finds this underwater place and swims under it.
Because there's a bat symbol. Because there's the bat thing there. So he decides to just check it out because it's a bat thingy. Yeah, that statue was there and it made like a cool little impression in the water. And then he's like, oh, I'll just go here. So go scroll up a bit more. I think it's the the other way. So, yep. Yeah, so more. And then see the bat symbol in the water there. So see the bat was made.
Yeah,
Look, it's a
there
bat.
it is.
So does that mean I should go in there?
Yes.
Like just because there's a statue? I don't.
Bat marks high noon.
Yeah, the bat mark.
Hey,
So
Mighty Orbots, what's up, bud?
so I don't. It's like, okay.
I don't understand any of this. None of it makes any sense. I'm like, it's just things on a page. Great art. But
Yeah, so there's the Ankh.
Batman Indiana Jones goes down, sees the symbol thingy, and he goes in and I don't know. I don't even know anymore. He goes into the place. He walks around through some panels talking about him being dazzling. It's an ancient tomb. Could it be a tombs? A hidden no other? What's this glimmer ahead? Shortly, two other searchers find their way to the secret palace. Ingenious. Some kind of powered counterweights slam the door. We're trapped, I'm afraid. Precisely, Mr. Miracle. Why I hired you.
But how did they get there? If Batman went in the only way through that water bat thingy, this is I'm saying it's nonsense. So that's like remembering Last Crusade where they're going, because you brought up Indiana Jones, they're going through and then there's all the traps. Well, that's like going through and then you all of a sudden you appear and the German guy's already in there. Hey, Indy, I'm already in here. It's like, how did you get in here? Like, oh, I took the shortcut. Like, why didn't they have to swim through the same tunnel and go through that, the entrance with the Ankh? Like, it's like, we're already in here, Batman. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. It's just like
where are they?
Guys, it's incoherent.
It's really incoherent.
And that was his biggest. I mean, this one even is not so much as bonkers as other episodes, just like, but it's bonkers in the sense that he can't even connect. Like I said, Mr. Continuity can't tell you what his story means. He can't tell you what's happening from panel to panel.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're in here. That's right, Mr. Miracle. Yeah, I brought you here. Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Told you. But only your super escape artist can get us out. These pictograms let us see what they tell. You can translate those ancient cartoons. Naturally, as I am a noted archaeologist, it begins. I only shit somebody window at you because I'm not going to let you get out. I know what. I just solved it.
You solved it? Okay.
Here's why they're there. For 8-track tapes.
Oh, well, I mean, for 99 cents.
Immortality, folks. 8-track tapes.
Diana Ross. We got Rod Stewart. Yeah. Jackson 5, yes.
Some Roberta Flack, some Jack. Yeah, like
ZZ Top, nice.
Yeah, there you go. Steely Dan. Jim Croce, BB King. So,
and which 6 would you take?
Which 6 would you take? 6 LPs or 5 tapes?
Oh, 5 tapes, yeah.
Nice. So now we know what brought them to this treasure trove.
Yeah.
All right. No obligation. Brand new hit list.
Ooh.
I had you know how old I am? I've actually owned 8-track tapes. Oh God.
Yeah, my grandfather had 8-track tapes and my mom had some. My second car that I ever had was cassette, so I was doing cassette tapes. So that's pretty. So I owned a car for cassette tapes. That's pretty cool.
I had the Flash Gordon theme.
Oh, I've got that on CDs, VHS. I've got that on every version you can get.
Well, I had it on an 8-track tape, and also the Buck Rogers one as well.
That's awesome.
Among Superman and some other ones. So,
man.
We Egyptians were poor, ignorant peasants when a great Achun came among us. Now, wait a minute. What do you mean we? She's telling him. She's telling him the
story of the
archaeologist. It begins. Ihotep. Okay, so she's reading the story, right?
Yeah.
A fair cop. We Egyptians were poor, ignorant peasants when great Achun came among us. A stranger from a boat borne by Mother Nile. Bob Hotep and so got a Bob Hotep shows up and wacky, uninteresting crap happens, and more interesting crap happens. And this is a tomb's grave. The pictograms, they explore that it truly was he who gave the ancient Egyptians their belief in immortality. Yes, but it doesn't explain where he came from or where he vanished to.
Hey, you Borg woman.
Come. And he's thinking, well, it's not good. I'm about to be married. He may have returned in the intervening 5,000 years. He doesn't talk like that. It's probably just like, he may have returned in the intervening 5,000 years and left the immortality secret somewhere in the tomb. She's definitely Elsa from in Last Crusade in looks, but she's probably not so much in her accent, probably. Ingrid, though, she's Ingrid. Wait, I sense danger.
My miracle sense. This one has bat sense. I don't know if we passed it.
It did?
I don't know. I don't remember if we passed it or not, but we can look for it. I'll look for it out.
Oh, it did. Yeah. You're right. That was if I made notes, that's one of the things I was going to note. The door slamming shut. Stand back. I'm going to hit this door with my finger lasers.
All right.
My finger lasers. By the great Houdini. By the great Houdini. Admiral Teague, what's up, dude? All right. Admiral on the bridge. Admiral. It's on the bridge. Where were I? All right. Where were I?
So he's going to hit it with his lasers, his finger laser. Oh, Phantom Outsider says it's page 2 or 3 where Batman says he has a bat sense. Yeah.
Yep. So she's bow down into the abyss, pay homage to mighty attune. It's him, Neil, Mr. Miracle, before a mortal attune. I've never met before any mortal man. Not for him, I'll make it, but for him, I'll make an exception. What?
Yep.
Long gone, legendary pharaoh, back on his throne. What fabulous and mind-quaking things crown our table in part 3 next. I
have to say to the chat before there is a massive twist coming up. So I wonder if anyone in the chat, if anyone can figure out what the twist is, start guessing in the chat. I think this might be very funny to see what people come up with. There is a massive twist. I posted an earlier picture of Mr. Miracle opening up a tomb and finding something secret inside, and I cut out the panel where you see what it is. So we'll see what happens if people can guess, but it's really crazy. But yeah, I just checked, and Phantom Outsider is correct. It was really in the top page 2 or 3 where he says I have a bat sense, and I'm like,
yes,
and I was thinking the bat sense is tingling, or what is it?
I remember that. I forgot now. He did say that. Mr. Miracle, the cool and beautiful Dr. Ingrid Borg have just met a man who's lived a mere 6 centuries.
Wow. Looks pretty good.
That's well done.
How has he been surviving? What has he been eating all this time? No.
Yeah. Yep.
It's explained.
Yes. So anyway, we are descendants of the noble Hotep, great Atun. Our humble task caretakers of the royal.
Immortality.
Make sure where I am. Immortality. Then you have returned to give us the long promised gift of eternal life. Why am I getting funny signals from him? Thinks Mr. Miracle. No, Mr. Miracle's costume hood contains elaborate electronic circuitry from Mother Box. See mysterious channel.
Sorry, Picasso made me laugh out loud. Mr. Miracle comes out of the closet. That would be a good twist. Barda, I'm sorry. I have feelings for someone else. Woo.
All right, I've got it. Run, Miracle. My Mother Box. By Mother Box. Now you've done it. So she's Laura Croft, I guess. She was there to steal the scepter thingy, right?
Right.
Okay. Be that way. Be that way, Jim. That's a bad outfit. Woo!
Woo.
Now he's pissed. Because what did they say they wanted to blow up?
So she wanted this scepter. Like, okay, WTF, which is what David Rayborn just said. Like, what the heck? Okay, so like, what is all this nonsense? Like, why not just get in there and get the scepter? Why are you reading the story of this guy and all this crap? Like, Mr. Miracle doesn't know why you're there anyways. Just go in and say, "Oh, I needed your help. I wanted to get the scepter, and now I need your help to escape." That's it. How did we get in there and surpass Batman by not going through that, that secret, that entrance? I don't know, but we'll just forget that. Maybe he's the greatest, not escape artist, but the greatest, robber, like breaking into stuff too. I don't know.
He's the greatest guilter there is. Let's see.
He isn't following us. No. Do something.
He kicked his own pappy. By my master's life, do something. Baby,
So he's got some invisible studs on his right glove.
Yep.
And he shoots. I mean, this is not an escape artist. I think some Phantom said this is like Houdini didn't have laser beams and right, like he just blasts through. It's like, here's an escape artist for you. I'll just blast through the ceiling and jump up.
Yeah, she's not gonna live long.
You saved me. It's a miracle. Not really. Using my anti-gravity discs in reverse, I passed you on the way down. Like all non-pros during free fall, you had your eyes closed. It's like, okay. Like, he could have just said, I saved you. Like, there's no need, Like, it's like, why are you being so weird about it? It's just like, you're not a pro. You had your eyes closed. You suck, Borg woman. She's like, oh, I suck, eh, Mr. Miracle? How you like this shit? It's like, I got a gun. Oh, no. Okay, but hold on.
Okay, just get sort out an hydraulically balanced slab, a gentle push, and presto, we're free of air. We're free we're in free air. I will be, but not you, Mr. Miracle. And the scepter will escape, bringing everlasting life to my master. But you shall remain here.
What? You're not just an archaeologist, but a hired adventuress? Ooh, she's a hired adventuress.
Yes, this is in the yellow pages. This is her ad.
Yeah, can I get an adventuress, please?
I'm gonna get a bigger ad in the yellow pages when I get back.
I need a blonde
Precisely
one.
The tombs. Yeah. So go.
So she's gonna shoot him. Experience the ultimate escape, death. And it's like, okay, so he's got all this technology. You just saw him shooting all this stuff. Like, why do you think this is gonna do anything? Like,
I don't know.
And it's just like, he's gone. What happened? He's gone. And he's like, I simply thought the climate would be healthier behind you. What?
Right behind you.
Look at him. He's running. He's like going pretty fast. It's like,
well, there you go.
Lightning reflexes.
Hurdles that can find space faster than I can follow. Why is he the Flash?
Yeah, can he do that? Like, I don't
know. I mean, he does have a lot of technology and stuff, but
and she got killed by a ricocheting bullet.
Did she? Oh yeah.
Yeah, dead from a ricocheting bullet. It's like, okay. I mean,
by Darkseid's demon.
Now hold on a second. We're getting to it. We want to keep this slow for a second. Don't go too fast.
Okay.
So he now, okay. So for whatever reason, this woman wants to steal the scepter. She got hit with her own bullets, and he's like, okay, this is not the way to freedom. I said it to fake her out. It worked, but I didn't desire her death. So he lied to her that this is the way out. And now he comes up to this tomb, and I don't know why he's opening it. He's opening it for some reason. So he's about to open it. Okay, people in the chat, what did you guys think? What do you think is in that tomb? It's like, give it like 30 seconds. What do you guys think? Because he's really shocked. And I was pretty shocked myself.
Yes.
To be honest, I was pretty shocked. It's like, okay, here comes a tune. A tune's coming in. Oh,
Ready?
you're a clever sorcerer, but you're not going to escape from me.
Look who it is.
It's Batman.
Batman, you say? Yes. Batman, you say?
Coming for you. I'm counting on it.
Okay.
So this is Batman. His costume is in the Undertaker. That's funny. Yeah, his costume is was in the tomb.
There you have it, folks. Why though? Why?
Easy, Batman. It'll take a while for the helmet's amazing electronic influence to clear completely from your brain. So, okay, now hold on a second. So I'll take what the F for 500. So, okay, that was Batman. So Bruce Wayne is like half naked in this, in a Toon's costume.
Right.
Why is this happening? Why is his costume in the tomb?
I don't know.
Why is he wearing this Pharaoh's, outfit, with these things? Now, Mr. Miracle is saying that the helmet possessed him. So the helmet of that Atoon guy sort of transferred Atoon's like mind. But how did the helmet get on Batman? Because we didn't see anything. So they're going to explain how that happens. I wouldn't hold my breath. It's not very exciting. But so you're like, okay, so some helmet. He became a Toon because of the possession through the helmet. Okay, fine. Well, how did the helmet get on? I don't know.
How did it happen?
How did it happen?
Guess what? You're not meant to know.
No. Batman put it on just for no reason. He says, like, I just put it on just to see it. It's just...
See if it fits?
Yeah, Batman tried it on for curiosity. Phantom Outsider got it. It's like so random.
Oh my God.
Why in the hell would Batman try to just put on this helmet?
Just because he likes putting things on his head, you know that. He's a
And
head
did he take off his cowl? Like, this is like, okay. I mean, this is real. Come on. This is really off the wall. Let me see if I can find the exact. I want to see if I can find the pen. I've got it open on my screen, so I don't see the screen here for a second. Does it blazing? Must have immorality. Leave the helmet. It's caused enough trouble. Yeah. So like, he just put it on, and then he's like, well, and so now Mr. Miracle's saying, leave the helmet. It's caused enough trouble. Well, don't leave it there because look, some hand grabs it. Why would you leave it there if you know that it's going to possess people with a Toon? I don't. Oh my God, this is really insane. So Mr. Miracle's like, just leave it. Why? You should take it with you. Like, put it in a museum to study it. It belongs in a museum. That kind of a thing. It's just so random. So okay. So now, where are we here? So yeah. So he goes, okay, run, Batman. So they're running, and then this thing is following them. This energy. Maybe right. You're impersonating a Toon, brought it back. Run unless you want to vanish for thousands of years. It's like dead end. Oh no.
Oops.
Oops. It's like there's a dead end. And then he's like, oh, I sense a room beyond. Okay. So they break into this room.
What's this helicopter?
Yeah. So okay. So the door mysteriously swivels shut. Okay. We're safe for the moment, but I can hear the beam cutting through. So this energy beam is attacking.
Right.
There's a solar boat now. Okay. It was a funeral craft placed by the royal tombs, for the Great Voyage. Like, what? What in the hell?
Spaceship.
Yeah, they have a spaceship. And ancient Egypt had a spaceship. And then by Apocalypse, this explains everything. It's really a spaceship. It does.
From another world.
It doesn't explain anything. Okay, so he's from another world. Fine. So that's why that was there. Everything attuned taught the old Egyptians came from ancient alien civilization. So this is basically Stargate. It's basically
Right.
Stargate. It was like Raw and those guys came down. Take off, eh? So they all get in there in the ship and they take off, right through that thing, and then it's like
been there for thousands of years. It's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, no problem. And then all of a sudden we see Attune, light years away from Earth, talking to like other guys, and it's like, I bow to your wisdom, I shall never go back. And you're like, all right, so that's after. So this is it. So it's like, there you go. He went
right.
But how did he?
I don't know. He got back.
Yeah, like how did he get?
He had a different ship, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening here.
There's no way he could have got back with not with that ship.
Yeah, so the next moments are okay. The kaleidoscope of mind shattering speed. Mr. Miracle. Okay, so he steers Bizarre ship. Boom, they smash through. We're out. The cliff is collapsing. The ship's disintegrating. Okay, so there's stress and structure gone. The tomb, the scepter, everything's gone. We're lucky we escaped. He goes, oh, how'd you ever pilot us out? I didn't. It was as if someone were controlling my circuits. Okay. Perhaps the same presence that led us to the life saver of a ship. Any guesses, Batman? Do you have any guesses, Brave and the Bold Ones? No, I do not have any. A few days later, where eagles flirt the sun. I don't know what that means. The master is dead. Dr. Borg was our last hope of bringing him eternal life, but she never returned. I don't know who that is talking. And then light years away from Earth itself, Attune, we regret returning you again. So they returned them. I guess they teleported them back.
That tiny planet you so loved, but immortality is still too great a gift for such savage, primitive beings. I bow to your wisdom. I shall never go back. The end. We see.
Wow.
See, Bob? No.
I don't know who one is here talking. Like,
we don't know who. First of all, we don't know who these people are. Second of all, the previous panel is asking us to guess who they are. How many guesses? How would we know who they are? We've never seen anything about them whatsoever. Nothing.
Yeah, you tell me you're the right.
What is wrong with you, Mr. Potato Head?
Oh my God. I scrolled back and forth through this so many times until I decided that it's not worth it.
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? It's not worth deciphering this. Like, I'd rather try to, rearrange my sock drawer or something. Like, I mean, it's
just like shit happens.
Yes.
Piled upon, we got to get to point A to B, and it's just.
Oh my God! This is like a J.J. Abrams script. It's like the big mystery box or whatever. Oh, keep them guessing. It's like, well,
if it weren't a comic book and written by one person, I go, man, it's just not. It's not worth this. You told us no story whatsoever. You just filled it with nonsense.
Yeah.
But I guess.
My God. Yeah, it is complete. It is complete nonsense.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It was sure nice to know who these people were.
Yeah. And like, I don't even know if they're supposed to be the same people in the next panel. Or because they're not in that location anymore. Like, this is two separate groups. Because the people on that cliffside base are not that's not the guys in the next panel. That because they just said we teleported you light years from Earth. And that cliff base is on Earth. So there's other people talking there, and there's other people talking here. Like, you introduced two random elements in the last two panels. Wow,
I'm not going to try.
Insane.
I can't. It hurts too much.
I don't know. Yeah, this one was really... And the other thing is that we didn't even get... Like, you would think that maybe Mr. Miracle and Batman would get trapped and they'd have to escape together, or they'd be trapped in different rooms and each guy has to escape so that you can see like, oh, Batman escaped using this method and Mr. Miracle escaped using this method. Or there'd be some Indiana Jones kind of style traps or some sort of puzzle. Like you got Mr. Miracle here to have him hang around with that blonde chick and use his lasers to blast his way out of rooms. Like they should have said the rooms are blast proof or something and then have him figure out how to escape. Like, what is the point of having Mr. Miracle on here? I don't even get it. Like, this is a Bob Haney tactic. He gets two heroes together, throws them together, and as a kid, you start to formulate in your mind what you think would happen. Like, oh man, what if Mr. Miracle and Batman team up? Oh, dude, that's gonna be like an escape artist thing. Because Batman's an escape artist. Oh no, Mr. Miracle's the best. No, Batman's. Let's see in this comic. It's like, and none of them escape anything. They just walk around. Like it's just like such a wasted opportunity.
Yes. Man, that's kind of why I picked it, dude. Because I looked at, all right, because I wanted to be like I said, I wanted to be a Kirby character because it's Kirby month, right?
Yeah.
I vetted a couple of Mr. Miracles with him in it, you know, Brave and Bold. A couple of well, it was a couple of Black Canaries. We've already done her with her.
Yeah.
But a couple less than Black, Black Canary. Yeah, that's one. And there was another one. Well, a Wildcat, but he's not a Kirby character. I wanted it to be a Kirby. Oh, okay, the Demon. All right, the Demon, and Commandy. We'd already done a Commandy.
Yeah,
but there's one more crazy crazy Commandy story that we'll do eventually. And they're all the stories are nutso like this.
Yes. I'm looking at the poll. There's 36 votes. We've got 36 votes on this poll.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
We got 42% for Wonder Woman, 28% for Unknown Soldier.
Well, I'm so glad he got some votes on there. There are at least 2 or 3 Wonder Woman stories we can do. So we're going to do Wonder Woman next, I guess.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I don't know. Having Batman running around naked as a toon, and then because he decided to wear this crown for no reason whatsoever, is absolutely one of the most hilarious things. It's just like, I came across this crown and I put it on because it looked cool. It's like, what are you, a kid? Like, oh, look, I found a lollipop on the ground. All I did was blow off the dust and now I'm eating it. Like, okay.
Oh, man. Oh, you know, there's the thing is I gotta have for my Bob Haney now. I gotta have things that don't make sense. I gotta have things from one panel to the next. It's like he wasn't paying attention to his own story, and therefore I'm reading it like, wait a minute, what that just happened? That's where I need. It's the place I need to be in. What is it? What's his name? Wacky World of Bob Haney. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, Steve is Simply Steve. Well, Simply Steve, we do Earth B on the B Monday of every month. So that's the Earth B, and then the other Mondays, Clobby's on my channel, and we're doing the Legion of Superheroes live stream. So that's that's why we're only doing one a month.
Yes, we do one Bob Haney a month. That's more than you can take, believe me. Now I think I told you this a couple of weeks back. I stumbled across a Bob Haney that I was vetting. I was reading random issues of it because he did it. There's still a number of issues he's done that we didn't touch yet. Quite a few. And you want something that stands out, Well, and they all stand out in their own ways sometimes. This one, if it hadn't been a Kirby month, I'm not sure which one I would have picked, but this one had a pretty bonkers thing in it. So, but there was one I sent you a link to because I was like, this is actually a decent issue. And it doesn't have any of that stuff. Did you read that one with Green Arrow? Green Lantern?
No, I haven't read that. I haven't read it yet. I was almost like I was like, if it's I want to keep my opinion of him as being wacky, but I will read it just for the heck of it.
Yeah, I would like to see what you think of that one because it's not. I'm not saying it's great or anything, but it kind of makes some kind of sense to it.
Which one was that again? Let me see. Let me go through what was that one again? I'll find it. I'll scroll back through our chat.
What's that?
I'll scroll through our
Oh, it's a good ways back there. But anyway, yeah, when you get a chance, not a big, not a big.
yeah.
Oh, I dropped the spilled stuff. Oh no, I spilled tea everywhere. Hmm. Sorry, everybody. So let's take a look. Let's finish up the panel. I mean, the panel.
Yeah.
The
Poll.
poll. All right. Okay, so I'm going to end the poll, folks. Thank you all for voting in. I do appreciate it. Which of these heroes would you next like to see team up with bats on Earth B? The winner and champion is all the world is waiting for you, Wonder Woman. Hey, Boosh McFadden, good to see you, buddy. With 42% of the vote, polls have closed now. Unknown. I'm shocked that Unknown Soldier got 26. That's very respectable, considering he's an Unknown Soldier, and he will get his due. Aquaman and Wildcat 5 for number 50. Wow.
Yes, that was good. How many? There was still 38 votes. Well, a couple more got in there.
Yeah, 38. So, and Aquaman and Wildcat tied at 15. You know, and there's the most of them. You know, those two probably have the most team ups in there. There's a lot of Wildcat, and some of the Wildcat ones are nuts. I've been holding off on the Wildcat ones because it's so crazy. I mean, the stuff they do with this continuity is off the charts, wacky. I mean, it just, and they even have some other Sergeant Rocks I want to do too.
The first one we ever did was Sergeant Rock, right? Yes. That was the first one we ever did.
And we have, like I said, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. These it's tough to choose, but we're gonna get one next time.
Yeah. Well, this one was just so, because it's like what you said. It wasn't as bonkers as like, you know, like them kidnapping Jim Aparo and forcing him to draw. Like, you're like, okay, that's weird. And, you know, ones where like Batman travels to Commandy's time because some ancient witch doctor, you know, like had a candle or whatever it was. It was some weird thing. It's
wait till you see the other Commandy one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this one didn't have anything, like, it was like plausible things, but like, it just didn't make any sense. It's like Bob was just like, yeah, I'm like on vacation right now. I'll just write something up, and there's a tomb, and hey, I've seen that Lawrence of Arabia movie. That was pretty good. I'll put a couple of guys in that, and you know, camels are cool. You can ride a camel. You can, you know, and put a bat statue. It's like, there you go. It's a comic. There you go. It's done. I wrote a comic. It's like, well, okay, you wrote a comic, but so I don't know.
Wackadoodle, man. Yes, so it's tough to pick it. Maybe when we get to the having done it for a year, we can rate them. You know, like rank them from which is the craziest story.
Oh well, the first. I mean, well, two come up. Yeah, the first one's that one's the most insane.
Let's see here. Okay, well, the playlist as follows is let's see here. This is what we've done so far. Where you at? Okay. All right, we've done okay. Sergeant Rock. All right. We've done 124, the Sergeant Rock. Then we did a Christmas special.
Yes.
Last of it. That was pretty nutty.
Yeah, that was nutty.
And then there was well, they're all nutty. Then there was
that's the one where he's got the three of them working for him or whatever.
Oh god, it was nuts.
He's in a wheelchair or something.
Yes, wasn't that number 100? I think it was like Raven Bowl 100 or something like that. And then it was the mystery special. Remember when we know he was teaming up with, and then
who's he teaming up with? Oh no.
Green Lantern issue that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
really crazy. The Atom.
Oh, this one is bonkers.
Hey, I forgot to put the Commandy one in here. I gotta go find it. I gotta put it on the list.
Oh yeah.
There's Commandy. How did that not get on there? Damn it! Must have just missed it. And yeah, there's what's this? Well, the one we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Commandy, there was Flash.
Oh, that was where the Flash couldn't run, and she's like, "Oh, she turned a corner. I lost her." It's like, what are you talking about? You're the Flash.
It was so bad.
Yeah,
but
that was
so
brutal.
fun. So yeah, we got those under our belt now.
Oh,
But I don't know how that forgot to get the other one on there. But yeah, the Commandy one's great. So that's why I was trying not to repeat.
You're
But
right.
this why this one list that I made. So I hadn't done, I had Wonder Woman on with. Oh, then we had the Black Canary one too.
That was one with Black Canary
With Joker.
and
With
Joker. Yeah. Oh wow. So
Yeah.
we've done quite a few of these now.
Right. I mean, we started in October. I don't know how
Wow.
those aren't on the list. I must have forgot to snip them on there. I'll put them on there then. So, yeah, man, it's a blast going hanging out.
David's asking what's queued up for next week. Next week's back to Legion on my stream, and then Clobby does his Monday. So you're coming back on in about an hour. No, about an hour and a half ish.
Yeah. Well, and thanks for hanging with us tonight, everybody. Okay, that took pretty much. Yeah, there we go. So yes, I'll be back on in about an hour and a half to do my Jack Kirby night. My night Mark C talk late nighter. Well, if you call it that, I know you call it that. It's late. Please go to J-Man's channel and subscribe if you have not already. I really appreciate that. And like I said, throughout the course of the week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 6 p.m. I'm at Midnight's Edge After Dark with Tom and that gang. Thursday, I'm the Comic Round Table on Wednesday nights with Loki, and Nicholas and the gang at the Comic Shop Talk on Friday nights with those fellers, and then my own shows, of course, Monday night Mark C Comics Talk, Tuesdays. It's not Tuesday, sorry. Wednesdays, Wildcard Wednesday nights. It's Jack Kirby month all month this month, of course. Thursday nights is the Clubhouse, Clobby's Clubhouse with Raquel and Mark. And of course, Saturday night Star Trek is what we do on reviewing all of real Star Trek, as you can see. And of course, I'm hanging out on the great Mark D's channel with some Sunday night geekery. Every Sunday night, that's 10 p.m. Eastern. And it eventually becomes Sunday night eatery, of course. And 3 times out of the year, I'm hanging out with this great gentleman, J-Man. And, well, we're reviewing the Legion of Superheroes chronologically in all their glory, silver through bronze age, 58 through 89. And then
on Fourth World starting this Friday.
Yeah, Fourth World starting this Friday at 7
p.m. Eastern, which is 6
Eastern, 6
Yeah.
6 Central. And now, J-Man, any closing words you may have, please let us know what's going on.
No, so basically, yeah, so Mondays is the Legion Talk. So my streams are usually at 7 p.m. Eastern time, because a lot of times I'll go into your chat when you start, so I'm usually done by then. And so Mondays is Legion. Fridays for right now is going to be Fourth World. And then I usually do 3 streams, so it's sort of a random one. We might do a versus. Like last week, we did Total Recall versus RoboCop, which was actually very successful. A lot of people voted on that one. So we'll do stuff like versus. Sean and I will go through 90s comics. Sometimes we're going just chronologically through every comic from the 1990s.
That's great stuff. I love that.
Yeah, so just right, and I'll do like a random Supergirl comic or something, or like a Superboy, or anything with gasp or choke in it.
It's so much fun in it. Gasp, choke.
Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, the 2 ones that are for sure, it's Fridays and Mondays, and then there's usually one Wednesday or Thursday. This Thursday, I'm going to see Blue Beetle.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah, so we'll see.
Are you now?
You know which Blue Beetle I like? I like Dan Garrett. I like the radio show, Blue Beetle radio show.
Fun fact: first superhero comic Jack Kirby ever worked on was Blue Beetle.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
And I will, I guess I'll be going to see it also.
Yeah, I was thinking like, why are you pretending like you're not seeing it?
Well, maybe I'm not, Mr. Smarty Pan. I am. You know, this movie means a lot to Paulie, my good buddy at Latino Slant, as you know. He's been back in this since when they were announced they were doing one a couple years ago. He and Tom Midnight's Edge, and I remember when I was talking with him, he was saying, man, they should get that guy from Cobra Kai. That kid would be perfect. And he's a good choice. Blue Beetle to me, obviously I like Dan Garrett, but I'm a Ted Kord guy, but he's not one of my favorite characters even when he's Ted Kord, but I like Ted Kord a lot. But Jaime, I have nothing for him. And then the only time I ever had any exposure to Jaime was my wonderful Batman the Brave and the Bold cartoon, and he's really good on there. So I'm actually going, you know what? He's fine. If they do a movie with him, I mean, we all know why they're doing it, but still, fine. So I'll be that way about this too. If there's any reason to really, to get into it, I will watch it. So I'm going to go in solidarity with not just you, but with Paulie. Because I know Paulie. I told him I would probably talk to Lon. He's going tomorrow night. That some bitch. But I told him I would review it with him if he still wants me to. I don't know, but I'm going to watch it. I don't really have a lot of interest in it, but it might be good. Just that some of the stuff that I've seen about it, and that director's an idiot, and George Lopez is an idiot.
Yeah, I just like the thing. Yeah, I mean, I saw Dan Garrett's costume and Ted Kord's costume in it. They have that thing where it's like they're in the glass cases. So I thought, they actually showed Dan Garrett's costume, which I thought was kind of cool. But then they had the Batman in the trailer, which they removed in the second trailer because everyone complained about it. It's like, I don't know why DC would make fun of Batman when that's the only comic book that sells anything. Every other comic is dead. But so that kind of was weird. But yeah, I'll see it. I like that actor. I really like Cobra Kai. I like that actor in Cobra Kai. I read Blue Beetle, like Jaime Reyes. I read quite a bit of his comics when he came out. So I don't know like how many, probably like a couple of years worth. And I thought they were okay. But I like Dan Garrett because of the radio show and like those old comics. Ted Kord is obviously the kind of the more real Blue Beetle that we all know. But I mean, I'll watch it. I didn't really care about Blue Beetle until I saw him in Brave and the Bold, which is the same as you. I thought he was really fun in Brave and the Bold. So let's see what they do. But I have a feeling that this is going to be like very disrespectful to the DC characters. And it's like, and it might just be too like, I don't know if it's goofy, but I don't want things to just be overly stupid. Like it could be fun, right? So I don't know if this movie is going to be fun or stupid. That's the problem. So I don't know. We'll see I'll see how it goes. Sean is coming. Yeah, Sean is coming. So yeah,
good.
Sean always goes. He goes to anything.
You guys gonna review it or just nothing? Not really.
Yeah, I guess I could review it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll review it and I'll do something. But
I got you.
Not on Friday because Friday we're doing Fourth World. So maybe Saturday I'll do an open stream or something. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be like a 6 out of 10 or something. I mean, it'll have like some good fights and that'll be it. Right. So
probably so. If that, yeah. Something I get some popcorn.
Yeah. I love popcorn. I can eat an entire large, no problem.
Right now. I want some.
I do double layer butter.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to do double layer.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Thank you, our wrenches, of course, the great Eric K, the great Chris Fraser, Vindicated Wrench of the North, the extraordinary D. Bud Martin, the great Paul, the great Lord Thoth, Avon Lives, Long Live the Legion, buddy, J-Man, of course, Hungry Boy, Super Wrench Supreme, and Matty Sadie, and Fanny Outside, and Maximum Redstone, and of course, just thank you all so much for here in the chat with me. I'll be back in this about an hour and a half, so hope you come and hang out with me then. And
all right.
And to everyone else, fantastic night, everybody. I will talk at you all later.
I just love clobbering time.